Good morning. This is Wednesday, February 8th, 2023, and it's about 8:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yesterday there was a meeting with, I think Jay Powell said something about interest rates or something. I don't pay too much attention. But anyway, the market went straight up because of that, what he said, and then now it's coming back down. So we're basically in this balance area. And Dow Jones never really left its balance area. And NASDAQ's creating a little balance area in here. So it's basically just going up and down until it decides to break that balance area and then go into the new direction. So this is where we're at right here, in a little balance area it's created. And as we talked before, I believe this market's going to head down. This is pretty much the top. And I've got some put options in here. Several positions actually. So let's see here. It's a 4-hour chart. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to keep bouncing around in here. It could do that for another week and then eventually break down. This one stayed in this balance area for, let's see how long, 12-14, no, almost a month. No, about 3/4 of a month right here, and stayed here and finally broke out. So I don't think that's going to happen here. I think this is going to probably break out sooner than that. But if you have any February options that you purchase, I would definitely trade them in for March or even April, because this is going to take some time, it looks like, unless the market starts dropping down. Let's see here. Like it did here back in June. It just balanced here and then it just dropped down. So these kind of moves don't happen very often. Usually they follow a pattern like this where it's pretty consistent, and once in a while you get these drops like that. You get a drop like that. Here's one here, and you got some here. So not very common. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened here. So I had a friend that asked me about time frames, like how do I know when the market's going to do what it's supposed to do? And I thought that was a really good question. So I actually made this chart, just for fun. Here it is right here. And this was the top right here, beginning of 2022, and this is the ES. So I wrote these out. These are time frames, in between, from here to here. It took 3.5 months to go all the way up here and come back down. That's 1,200 points round trip. This one from here up here down to here was 1.5 months. It's 1,000 points round trip. And then here it took 3 months, and that's 1,400 points round trip. So we're right here. Now, the market came up here, and I thought it was going to continue down and come here, and that would be pretty symmetrical with everything else and pretty much in alignment, but it didn't do that. It went up instead. So it kind of broke that pattern. And so what that means is it's actually, it's taking a little bit longer. So I just made a projection here, and this is projection of, let's say, 5.5 months. And that would kind of put it in some kind of an order. And that would be about 1,200 points round trip. So this is just to give you an idea, and I'm thinking, if it does follow this pattern, then, we're looking at beginning of April when this thing hits bottom around here. Now, I don't use this to trade. This is just kind of a projection, and it's kind of for fun, but it also might come true. Now, the other case is, the other scenario might be that this market will start going up this way and go into a bull market, which I highly doubt, because this economy is in big trouble. The whole world's in trouble, so I don't see that happening. Now, if it does go down, it could go straight down, and it could cut off a month, because it starts to do this right here, like it did back in, this is 2007, and finally the market was doing what it's doing now, and then all of a sudden it just dropped. And I believe that's going to happen with this market, but I don't know when that's going to happen. It could happen now, or it could take a couple months and then start happening. But it's going to happen this year, and but not too sure what month. So, okay, so that just gives you an idea of what I think is going to happen. But again, I don't trade that way. I trade according to what I see here, what's in front of me. Like I see now it's balancing. Market definitely is going down again. But, it can come and hit this bottom and come back up. And it can do this for this long, for another couple weeks. So that I'm not sure about how long it's going to take. But I don't know. I'd say I'm in the 90% range as far as it going down instead of up. And so that's why I have put options in here. So for you, if you want to trade, just like I said in this projection here, let's say you bought put options here, and if you wanted to wait till the end of April, bought let's say May put options and just let it sit, and just wait. And, of course, you're going to have these moves. The market's going to go down. It's going to correct. It's going to go down, correct, all the way down. Unless I said, of course, we start getting these moves here. So I'm not sure if we're ready for that yet. We might be, but I wouldn't count on it. I would just count on the market coming down, coming up, coming down, coming up, all the way down to here. So if you want to buy some put options and hang on to them till May, maybe buy some June put options and just wait. And then there's nothing you can do. And you can put your stop up on the top here, right up here. And it can be a mental stop like one of these alerts. And if the market decides to go up instead of down, then you can get out of your position and take a small loss. So that's how I would play it if I were to go long term. But for now, I have March put options, and here's March. Here's the March line. So definitely this thing is going to come down. I don't know how far in a month of March, but we'll have to wait and see how long this drags out here. But for now, that's the strategy. That's what's going on. And right now, the ES is down 41 points. So we got a pretty strong downturn going down. NASDAQ's down 237 points. So it almost went all the way back down to where it started yesterday. And then the Dow Jones, of course, is still in this balance area. It hasn't really moved. It's come down a little bit. Where are we down? About 150 points. It's not very much. It's not a lot happening with the Dow. So at this point, we can just sit and wait. Nothing to do. So as I mentioned before, this is yesterday, I don't buy stocks that often, but Tesla seems to be moving pretty good. Sometimes 10 points, 15 points in one day. Make a lot of money doing that. And so the market went down here about 100 points, and went up almost another 100 points, in just a short time, just like a month, little over a month, it went up 100 points. That's incredible. So I still think that the whole market's in a bear market. I mean, it's pretty obvious, That's a bear market to me, right there. Until this starts coming up above this line, then I can probably consider it maybe a bull market. It needs to really come up above this line in order to be an official bull market. So it's pretty far from that. And because this market has come up so far, so fast, without any corrections, I'm thinking it's got to come down and at least fill this gap. So I bought some put options here, even though I think, well, Tesla's only up $1. That's nothing for Tesla. So it's pretty much sitting here. And so we'll see what happens here. But I think this is a great trade. Of course, if it goes up here and keeps going, I'll have to get out of this trade. But I don't think that's going to happen, Amazon's another good trade. That's Amazon chart, and just like Tesla and just like the rest of these, like the rest of these stocks, we're in a downtrend. I don't care what the news says. This is a bear market. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So, so Amazon's popped up here too. Went up to 113, all the way down from $81. Just in a short time, in 1 month. And now it's correcting, and eventually it's going to come down here and then even go lower. But this could be a good trade also. I'm not trading Amazon. There's too many things to trade, actually. There's so many opportunities right now. But this could be a good trade for somebody too. You short this market, by put options. Okay, back to the ES. As you can tell, it's a strong downtrend. We're at about 46 points down from here. And let's see what happens today. Today's Wednesday. There's a good chance that it could break down here. Let's say another, 40 points. It could actually come down here today. Or it can come down here, stop, and then, like I said, jump around in here for a while. So if it did come down here today, and today's Wednesday, there's a good chance by Friday it can come down into here, which would be cool. Hopefully that happens, but we'll have to see what happens from this point on. Just play it one day at a time. Okay, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.